Which Hamlet and Ophelia murder options, maybe? Were there more murder options? Maybe there were more murder options. Let's check there. Um, Stabs. At drinking hall. Okay, so we start. Yeah, so this is where we come up to the plan to hang out at the drinking hall and pretend like we sort of set up a little alibi for ourselves. And then we hope to catch Claudius on his way home and kill him. It only takes 10 nights. Hamlet stabs him. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is when we killed Claudius, and then he comes up. Okay, so we plan to get away with murder. And we pretend to not know anything. Okay, and that's when Hamlet is murdered in his sleep. Yeah. Okay, so that's the path that we let him live. Okay, I'm going to end this madness now. I'm going to let you live, you say. Thanks, says Ozark, but no thanks. Would rather be a ghost if it's all the same to you. I'm not going to kill you, you shout at him. Fine, then I'll kill you, or at least I'll keep trying over and over again. I'm not going to stop, sweetie, until you're dead. The only way to stop me is to kill me. Looks like he means it. If you untie Ozark now, I'll probably attack you. If you leave him tied up, he'll get loose eventually and then attack you. Either way, you're going to be attacked by him in the near future, and he's going to try to kill you. On the other hand, he's tied up right now, which gives you a distinctive advantage in the who is killing whom department. Leave him tied up and escape. You leave Osric there laughing to himself, and you make your way out of the room. You run down the halls trying to find someone who will help you, but the castle seems empty. You run into the royal court where you find Gertrude surrounded by all of the courtiers. They're holding court at 3 in the morning, and you see the ghost of Claudius standing there in the middle of them. You will live forever, he tells them, and physical pain is forgotten. You get reunited with your family members. Also, you can fly. Being a ghost is the best thing that ever happened to me, and I want to share it. He notices you and waves. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, Ophelia. Everyone, she's the one who murdered me, and she's the only thing standing between you and eternally ghostly happiness. Everyone will get to be a ghost if they die while trying to kill her. He's such a liar. Ophelia didn't kill him, Hamlet did. But he already killed Hamlet. You're caught off guard as the entire royal court pounces on you and tears you to shreds. The last thing you hear is Claudius saying, Oh, she didn't manage to kill any of you? Ah, well. You can still become ghosts if you die while trying to kill that random guy. And that is the amazing story of how you died, Ophelia. So, thanks for playing. You got killed by a bunch of people all at once, and I guess that means you get a final score of, oh, I don't know, B+, the end. That must be Osric then, tied up. Cool. Okay. Let's see our score. Stab, stabbed, 1. Choices made, 7. Times you were 0. Times you were not 1. Okay, so let's plan murder options. Okay, so if we do stabs, I wonder if it changes if we change how many nights it takes. Instead of 10 nights, let's have it. I think the next one was 100 nights. I wonder if that changes anything. Man, that took a while. What now? Let's continue. Maybe it doesn't change anything at all. Get away with murder. And then we can't save Hamlet because he's already dead. We either kill Osric or let him live. So let's go back. Just check that. The Thousand Nights is the same thing. It's been several years since you first decided to kill Claudius. During that time, you and Hamlet have been going out at night, getting fake drunk, and making out in the bushes. Whoops. No, wait, go back. Oh no. I accidentally hit the wrong button and it skipped entirely. I didn't get to read any of it. Back. Alright, we gotta do that exact same thing again because I fucked up. Stabs. Drinking. Okay, 1,000 Nights. Here we go. It's actually pretty nice. Finally, you're interrupted by Claudius, who has seen you in the bushes. Claudius is wasted and says, "Hey, what's going on here? Ophelia, Hamlet, I'm so wasted, but are you guys making out in the bushes?" "Oh crap," you say, pulling your shirt down. Claudius, can you hold on a sec? Damn it, where did you leave those swords? Sure, I'll wait right over here, says the king of all Denmark. You and Hamlet quickly find some swords and run Claudius through with them. He's too surprised to say much beyond, "What? Why now?" and "Owie, ow, ow," and then he's dead, and you and Hamlet are running back to the drinking hall. You show up, establish your alibi, and then go to bed. The next day, Claudius is found dead, but I've got to tell you, a lot has changed in the 3 years that you've been kissing in the bushes. Claudius has been a reasonably successful king, and the people miss him. Hamlet is made king, but struggles to rule effectively, both of you having put all of your points over the last several years into maxing out kissing and not regality. You do get married, however, and to the credit of your pumped up kissing stat, the "I now pronounce you husband and wife, you may kiss" moment was basically incredible. You help your husband out as best you can, but he ends up having an entirely middle of the road kingship, and that's with your help. History books remember him as an okay guy, I guess, which is weird because normally they're more formal than that. You die old and reasonably satisfied. This is a reasonably satisfying ending. Yeah, it is a pretty good ending. I mean, we didn't die. That's pretty good. Stats. Choices made 3, times you were 1, times you were not 0. Bears married 0. Okay, so let's go back to our murder options. Let's see what happens if we choose something other than stabbing. Let's try drowning. You agree that drowning is the way to go. The only problem is that you and Hamlet have different drowning plans. Oh, hitting the wrong button. God damn. Your plan is to wait until Claudius is drunk, which won't be long because he drinks every night, then lure him to the water's edge and hold his head under until he dies. Seems like a pretty good way to drown a dude. It'll look like death by misadventure, you say. Rather than doing that, Hamlet's plan is to pretend to be insane, and then the best part is that you'll pretend to be insane too. And then you'll fake your own drowning, which will allow Hamlet to act even crazier, and then he can drown the king when Claudius is not expecting it. Because who suspects a crazy person to act violently and irrationally? Nobody, that's it. Because after all, the only thing crazy people ever do is speak in riddles and tight rhymes. Your plan seems needlessly circuitous. I can't read. And dumb, you say. And I'm not keen to fake my own drowning. No, I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist that we. Let's go with my plan. It sounds quicker. Your plan is the one you decide to go with. It's too late to try anything today, so you wait a day. Go to Claudius' favorite drinking hole that evening. Soon Claudius walks in the door. "I'll have some booze," he says, "in celebration of my new wife and kinghood." Claudius then gets super wasted super quickly, which is really convenient for you. "Okay, now's our chance," Hamlet whispers to you. "Announce loudly that we're going home to make out so nobody suspects us. Then we can wait for him on the path back to the castle." "Why are you publicly reminding me of the plan we've already discussed?" you hiss. But it was at least convenient because it brought us all up to speed on your plan for avoiding accountability for the murder you're about to facilitate. You do as Hamlet asks, and you both leave. You walk for a few minutes down the path to a dark spot, not too far from the water, and wait. There There are no forks in the road up to this point, so you know you'll catch him. Hamlet wants to make out a bit while you wait, but you point out how it's chilly down by the water and damp too, and how this doesn't really get your make-out organs pumping. So he gives up on that little fantasy. Eventually, Claudius shows up. Okay, so we confront him. You stop Claudius with a firm hand on his shoulder as Hamlet steps in front of him. Hey Claudius, it's me, Hamlet. You want to go down to the river, maybe see if there's any frogs? I like frogs, Claudius says drunkenly, as you can get poison from them and use it to kill people who are in the way of your professional and romantic ambitions. Holy smokes, Hamlet whispers to you. You bring Claudius down to the river's edge. You and Hamlet bend down on your knees and say things like, wow, look at that, and that frog is crazy looking, and whoa, is this one's neck normal? And before you know it, Claudius is pushing you aside, slurring, I want to see. Then, completely of his own accord, he trips and falls into the water. You calmly hold his head down, but then Hamlet stays your hand. I want to say something to him. You pull Claudius's head up by the hair. We're killing you, Claudius, because you killed my father into your ghost. Prepare to die. Ghosts? Those exist? Claudius gurgles, shocked. You push his head back underwater. Wait, I've got something else I want to say, Hamlet says. You pull Claudius up again. When you turn into a ghost, tell my dad I said hi, and also make amends with him, okay? Claudius coughs and struggles weakly. He whispers something that you can't hear, so Hamlet moves closer to him. Hamlet repeats himself, and Claudius repeats himself, and Hamlet angrily grabs him by the hair and shoves his head underwater, holding it there until he stops struggling. When it's over, you ask Hamlet what he said. Hamlet looks at you. He said, yes, you say? He said, if ghosts exist, I'm going to become one, and hell herself won't be able to stop me, Hamlet says. You stare at him for a long moment. We'd better get back to the drinking hall to establish our alibis, you finally say. You do that loudly, saying things like we're good makeouts, now I'm back for more drinking, and eventually go to bed. Claudius is discovered drowned, and nobody suspects you. That night, no ghosts visit you. No ghosts visit you the next night either. Days and days go by without any ghostly apparitions, and you're just about feeling like whatever insanity you may have been witness to over the past several days is finally over. You and Hamlet go to bed, finally relaxing, just a little. That night, Hamlet is murdered in his sleep by Osric. Surprise! Okay. This is the same as last time. Okay. I don't want to reread the same thing again, so let's go back. What if we let him pass? You let Claudius pass you by without comment. What the hell is wrong with us? You say. We lost our nerve. Maybe we're not up to drowning someone. Or maybe we are, but we need to try again tomorrow night under exactly the same circumstances as tonight, Hamlet replies. What now? I feel like if we click try again tomorrow, it'll literally just do the same thing. We can look at the list again, maybe there's a better way to kill him. Let's try Hamlet's plan, actually. Yeah, let's try Hamlet's drowning plan. I sure did, Hamlet says. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go back to the royal court and act crazy, crazy, crazy all the time. You tell your dad about how crazy I am, and then you start acting crazy too, okay? And then this afternoon, you can confront me and act crazy in front of everyone, alright? Okay, you say. That is, after all, what I had just consented to. Perfect, Hamlet says, leaving. Love you. You go meet with your dad and tell him how totally cray Hamlet is, and then leave. Back in your room, you start putting together your crazy costume. You shove some flowers in your hair and tangle it up to look all messy. And you put on your nicest dress and get dirt all over it because only an insane person would ruin such a nice dress. A little while later, a notice slipped under your door. Meet me at the royal court at 2 Love Hammy, it says. Yes, be crazy. You show up at council at the appointed time with the appointed crazy, only to find Hamlet there alone. He nods to you and begins a lengthy and very loud soliloquy about the value of life and whether or not he should kill himself. When it's over, he walks up to you. Oh, hey, Ophelia, I didn't see you there, he announces, and then whispers to you. Act like you're breaking up with me. Why, you say in a normal speaking voice, nobody's here. Shh! Hamlet whispers in return, and then he turns from you. Oh no, you're trying to give back all the love letters I sent you, but why? You look at your empty hands. Get thee to a nunnery, because if you take a husband, you'll turn him into a monster. Listen, we're all just plain awful, and that's that, he shouts. Hamlet, you say, are you doing this for someone's benefit? Because there's nobody here. Let's do this again in front of Claudius, okay? He's hiding just down the hallway, Hamlet whispers to you urgently. I'm leaving, but I just broke up with you. Talk about your feelings and do it really loudly so they can overhear. Oh, you whisper back. Why didn't you just say so? You clear your throat as Hamlet leaves. Um, do a nice fancy speech for Claudius's benefit. Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown, you shout, glancing at the door. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectancy and the rose of the fair state. The glass of fashion and the mold of form, the observed of all observers, quite down, you scream, wandering around the empty room. And I, of ladies most dejected and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled, out of tune and harsh. That unmatched form and feature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy, you holler, fixing your hair in a reflection to make sure it looks as crazy as possible. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen. See what I see, you bellow just as Claudius walks in with your dad. Nailed it, Ophelia. Because they're mad sexist, the king and your father discuss your relationship with Hamlet like you're not even there. Near the end, Polonius seems to remember you're there, and in a quick aside, he tells you not to say anything because they've already overheard it all anyway. Nice to be there, right? Anyway, Claudius decides that Hamlet will be sent to England where his insanity can do no harm. They don't even seem to notice that you're acting insane, even though I really was being honest when I said you did a great job with your crazy speech. They're jerks, what can I say? They're jerks, I don't care who knows it. Wherefore, meet up with Hamlet and to discuss what happened. I think that went well, Hamlet says. I guess it did, you say. They think you're crazy for sure, but I don't think they noticed that I was crazy. You gotta play it up, Hamlet says. Sing, talk in riddles, reference sex a little. They'll definitely think you're nuts. You look at him. So you're going to England? No, I'm gonna stay here. I'm going to try to trick Claudius into revealing his guilt. In the meantime, you act crazier, okay? Okay, I guess, you say. You stay in your room and sort of putter around for the rest of the evening and most of the next day. You write down some riddles you can use to sound crazy. What is 2 feet and 2 legs? Give up? Birds and a bunch of other vertebrates, actually. But decide you can probably do better. Things are going pretty well in the writing department when Hamlet shows up again and tells you that he accidentally killed your father. What? You say, completely shocked. It was an accident, Hamlet says. There was talking, and then there was stabbing, and maybe there was some stew involved, and look, I'm sorry. He was my father, Hamlet, you scream at him. Ooh. And because you killed him, I will now kill you? Are we gonna kill Hamlet? Will you kill Hamlet by twisting his head off like a bottle cap? Which are things that I predict will be invented in the future. And anyway, bottom line, he's dead now, and you are a murderer. Holy shit. With Hamlet gone, there's no real need to revenge yourself on Claudius either, so you don't. You kind of just wander away. They never solve the crime because fingerprint identification isn't invented yet either. So wow, I guess that's kind of it for the plotline of this book, huh? Well, Hamlet and his dad pal around in the afterlife as ghosts and have a super awesome time of it. Claudius has a long and pretty okay reign, and you have an even longer and even more okay life. It actually turns out that it's pretty easy to live comfortably when you go through life killing people instead of dealing with your feelings. But that's a terrible lesson to learn here, so pretend I didn't say that. The end. Wow, that's violent. Uh, Murdered our boyfriend. Tasteless sexism, 2. Choices made, 5. Times you were 1, times you were not, 0. Okay, let's go back. Gotta go back to murder options, and this time let's not kill Hamlet. Okay, so we're going to choose drowning. We will choose Hamlet's plan. What if we just do a basic speech, since they didn't notice last time anyway? You clear your throat and hold out one hand in front of you. He used to be smart, but now he's nuts. The grace of a gentleman, a soldier's guts. He used to be heir to the throne, but now he's living in the crazy zone. Lots of women really liked his sexy words, but it made them sad, and I'm one of them, aw turds. He was beautiful and noble, but now he's crazy. That's all I've got. That's all on this subject I've got to say. Gee. By the time you finish, nobody's shown up, so you run through your speech again. This time in a sing-song voice. La la la, that's what you sound like. Toodle doodle doo. Turns out that did it. Claudius and your father walk into the room. They talk about what you've said while generally acting like you're not even there. Diss. And in the end, Claudius decides that Hamlet will be sent to England where his insanity can do no harm. They leave. They didn't seem to notice that you're supposed to be insane, though, which means you'll have to bring your A game next time. I guess crazy tight rhymes don't count. Let's discuss with Hamlet. They didn't notice I was crazy. And then he tells us to be crazier. Hamlet tells us that he accidentally killed our father. So, because he was an emotionally manipulative, sexist pig of a man who did not respect me as a person and raised my brother to do the same, and plus the fact that death comes easily in this time period, I am actually not that upset about his death. Cool, says Hamlet, that's super convenient. You nod. Okay, well, this will feed into the whole you crazy thing. Can you go use it? You nod again. Okay, terrific. Well, I'm gonna go off and be crazy some more. I'll be in touch. Talk soon? You nod a final time and Hamlet's gone. You spend the next few days wandering around the castle, being as crazy as you can manage. You make up little songs about sex and stuff, but I'm not typing them here because I'm not gonna lie, they get a little bawdy. Oh my. A few days later, you feel like you're properly prepped for your new improved crazy act. Decide to try it on Gertrude. You walk into Gertrude's room, and Hamlet's friend Horatio is here too. He's not in on the just an act part of your craziness, so lay it on thick, Ophelia. How now, Ophelia? Asks Gertrude. Here's what that means. What's up? You answer in song, singing about cockles. Gross. Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song? Asks Gertrude. Here's what that means. Hey, wait, how come all the singing? You answer in song, singing about a crazy little thing called death. Gertrude tries to interrupt you, but you interrupt her interruption by saying, Hold on, check this out, and then you sing a song about showers. Then Claudius walks in. You've got two choices here. You can sing songs to him too, thereby establishing how totally nuts you are. Or you can break from the plan and just kill him now, because honestly, Hamlet's plan isn't an ironclad gem of brilliance you'd hoped for. Uh, let's just kill him. Let's see what happens. Yeah, man, let's settle this plot thread once and for all. Who cares who witnesses it? You pull out two knives and stab Claudius in the eyes really quickly before anyone can react. And yes, it's one knife per eye. Obviously. Claudius runs around blindly in horrible pain and hits a wall at full speed, which drives the knives into his brain, killing him instantly. Congratulations, Claudius is now dead, but the bad news is Gertrude and Horatio kinda, and by kinda I mean literally, witnessed the whole thing. Kill the witnesses? Pulling the knives out of Claudius's eyeball holes, you throw them, stabbing Horatio through his tongue and bottom of his mouth, and piercing a hole right into his jugular, while at the same time nailing Gertrude through the ears. Speak no evil, you say to Horatio. Hear no evil, you say to Gertrude. That's a good line to say because I got them in the ears and tongue, you say to nobody in particular. Is it to me? You don't have to explain it to me, Ophelia. I do totally know what's going on. Both Gertrude and Horatio are dead within the next 5 seconds, so that means they're dead right about now. You look around, taking in the king's body, the queen's body, as well as the body of your boyfriend's best friend. Hooray? You're busy congratulating yourself on so efficiently eliminating all the witnesses when your brother Laertes enters the room, sees what's happened, and freezes in shock. Guess we gotta kill Laertes? You pull the knives out of the bodies of Gertrude and Horatio and cram them into the body of your brother Laertes. You literally cram them in there. It's like you think he's a donut that you're trying to get the cream inside. I'm reaching for a metaphor here. It's like you think he's suffocating to death and that you're convinced that your knives are the only air in the room and you really want him to breathe again. Anyway, you seriously killed this dude, and this courtier Osric has just entered the room and is looking around in shock. Oh, brother. I guess we kill Osric? This isn't what it looks like, you shout frantically, removing your knives from the perforated body of your dead brother. I know that it looks like I killed 4 people here. You turn to face Osric. The total's actually 5, you say, stabbing one blade into his heart and another into his lung. You're not even surprised anymore when you look up from Osric's body and see Rosencrantz and Guildenstern standing there aghast. Kill Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Hey dudes, can you help me with these knives? Osric kind of walked into them and I think he's hurt, you say. To death, you add? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern bend over the body, and I think you've been consistent enough in your choices that we can both see where this is going. In the interest of saving time, here's what happens next. You kill Rosencrantz Guildenstern, look up, and see Marcellus and Bernardo looking down at you. You kill Marcellus and Bernardo, and then see Francisco waltzing into the room. You kill Francisco and look up, and who should be staring at you horrified but Reynaldo? He is another dude you know. You kill Ronaldo and are moving his body out of the way to make room for another when you bump into Voltman and Cornelius, two dudes home from Norway. You kill Voltman and Cornelius and are stacking their bodies like logs when a gravedigger and a priest wander in the room. Proceeds in this fashion until the room is filled floor to ceiling with dead bodies, and the only person you haven't seen all day is Hamlet. And then guess who walks in the door? Greet Hamlet with, "Hey sweetie, how's your day been going? Mine's been going just great." Hamlet is shocked to see the room filled to capacity with the bodies of literally everyone in town. He doesn't seem too cool with it. When you say, "See, Claudius is dead and there are no witnesses, now we can be happy forever." Hamlet backs out of the room slowly. "No, I'm just acting crazy," you shout after him. "Aha, I see why you're confused, but it's just an act, remember?" You grab your bladed knives and catch up with him. You try to explain how now that everyone is dead, all your problems are solved and you two can be happy together forever. But you're so used to the kill character name option that you accidentally kill Hamlet too entirely by muscle memory. Whoopsie. Achievement get ultra combo. Kill Hamlet by muscle memory. As Game Master, I can see across alternate timelines, and dude, this isn't even the first time you've killed everyone in the entire town. It is the first time you camped out in one room and killed them as they walked in, which I guess was easier than the alternative. But it really seems like maybe you've got some issues you maybe want to work out. Maybe there are some things you want to address. Perhaps some impulses within you should be brought to light, just maybe. And here I'm kind of referring to you, the reader, in real life. No, I'm just kidding. Fantasy is awesome because you can do whatever you want and not get in trouble. Kill mom, lady. And so, in summary and in conclusion, you're the best at what you do, and what you do is relentlessly choose the kill everybody option until there's nobody left to die. Hey, put that on your resume. The end. And there's everyone we killed. Ophelia is a badass. Puns dealt 2. Tasteless sexism 1. Choices made 11. Times you were 1. Times you were not 0. That was pretty good. I think I want to stop on that because it was a good ending. Yeah, next time we'll maybe try to not kill everyone. But that was fun, and hopefully next time will be sooner rather than later. Have a good night. Bye.